last key matchup of the weekend is going to be South Africa against Tonga, and that is going to be a big one. These teams will go into that game knowing the result from the Scotland game, and they would have been able to do their maths earlier on that Sunday to really know where they stand and what their chances are and what they need to do on the day. Tonga came into the World Cup with a lot of expectation on their shoulders. They have been able to get tons of amazing athletes into their squad, and they were hoping for a far better tournament. But so far, they've just not been able to cut it, sadly. They have showed the flashes of brilliance that they are capable of if you just have a look at the squad of players that they have, but as a team, they've never really showed up yet. And that was very sad just to see. So they basically just lack a lot of the game time that they need as a squad to be able to really gel and really understand how the rest of the team plays. So they've just not been able to put their stamp on the Tongan way of playing and really gel as a team. I hope in the coming years that they get a lot more competition against top teams and that they can really evolve as a squad. If this type of team can evolve as a squad, we're in for some amazing games down the line, and the next World Cup is going to be very interesting. They will definitely be out to prove a point after two disappointing results so far in the World Cup, and they want to get the scalp of South Africa. South Africa will go into this game with quite a few nerves, in my opinion. Although South Africa has really looked good in many aspects over the past couple of weeks, they did show some vulnerabilities against Ireland. This was both in the form of game management in general and their goal kicking. This game, however, offers them the opportunity to really improve on both aspects. If they can improve their game management, they will set themselves up really well for the quarterfinals. They need to make sure that they have the patience to set up their phases, to really play well-structured rugby, and to play to their strengths. If they're not going to do that, they're going to be making life very difficult for themselves and not have as much confidence to execute their way of playing when they get to the next stage. With Hanré Pollard almost a certainty to feature for the first time in this World Cup, hopefully there's a bit of a turnaround in terms of the goal kicking as well. Because if both of these aspects work for the South African team, they become a world beater in their own right. The result from this game is going to be massive in terms of how Pool B actually turns out in the end, and it's really going to be a determining factor for Scotland in how they need to approach their last game against Ireland, and they will know exactly what they're up against and what they need to do to get to that next level. Whichever way you look at it, it's going to be a brutal clash. In the end, however, when all is said and done, I do believe South Africa will pick up a fairly convincing victory with a bonus point win to set them up for the next step, which would be the quarterfinals, where they would likely meet France.